Hi guys, I've been taking a lot of photos at night recently and I would like to share with you some of my experiences using Sony ZV E10 camera and Sigma 60mm f1.4 lens. And I also want to show you some sample photos during low light environment. First, I like to talk about aperture. In my pros and cons video, I mentioned that the large aperture really helps during nighttime. If I just shoot wide open, there will be enough light and I don't have to increase the ISO, so there won't be too much noise. Another advantage of shooting wide open at night is that any light in the background will become beautiful bouquets, like street light, car light, light in the buildings. Those lights can be really good decorations for the subject. On the other hand, well, I didn't really expect this, but sometimes the large aperture can be a downside in low light environment. When I was trying to take some long exposure photos of light trails, since the smallest aperture of this lens is f16, it is still too bright. The real problem is that when I was trying to wait for more cars to pass by in order to create a more dynamic street scene, so I would really want to make the exposure time longer. But once I did that, the images became overexposed. Take a look at this image. In order to reduce overexposure, I tried to lower the ISO down to 50, and I didn't really want to do that because I tried to avoid lowering ISO down to less than 100 because it would create more noise once you lower it to 100, but well, I didn't really have a choice, so here is the result. By the way, I normally use picture profile 10, but you can't lower ISO down to less than 125, so for this image I didn't use any picture profile. So I think I will need to get an ND filter that would probably solve the problem easily. And this filter is for my old Fujifilm camera, by the way, and the size is different from the Sony camera, so I can't really use it. I guess I will just share some more light trails photos with you after I get an ND filter. But overall, when I chose the correct place where there was already enough traffic, I naturally didn't have to wait for more cars to pass by. In those cases, the effect is pretty good, I think. And this next photo was taken at seaside, where there were some buildings reflecting onto the water. I used a slower shutter speed, so you can compare the first one. This one is normal exposure, and now this one is longer exposure. And also here is another one. I have edited this one. I made the reflections more clear, and I also changed the sky. So which one do you think is better? Because I've just started playing with those editing techniques recently, so sometimes I can't really tell which one is better. The next thing I want to talk about is reflections. I think this camera and lens perform really well in big cities where there are lots of neon lights and some other lights from the buildings. I really like this photo of store signs reflecting on the top of the car. I think it just gives off a very Jimmy vibe. So this is today's video. I would like to share with you more night photos and maybe some night videos in the future. So stay tuned. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and I will see you next time.